The forests between Forks and La Push were quiet, too quiet. Jacob ran in his wolf form, fur dark as night, muscles tense from the strange scent that floated in the air. There were traces, dried blood, and ash. Newborns. The threat of feral vampires wasn't new, but this time something was different. They weren't hunting for hunger. They were hunting for a message. It was a provocation. The Cullens knew. So did the pack. Sam didn't want to get involved, but Jacob, already a leader in his own right, refused to stand by. "If there's innocent blood, we'll protect it," he said. That's how the ambush began. Everything went wrong. Seth and Jacob were attacked by 3 newborns who leapt from the darkness. Jacob fought fiercely, tearing cold flesh and shattering crystalline bones. But one of them had a trick, a special saliva, an altered venom. And when Jacob bit him on the neck to finish him off, the venom seeped into his mouth, his tongue, his throat. It felt as though the moon itself pulled away. His body's heat trembled, his vision blurred, he stumbled. Seth was screaming mentally, but Jacob didn't answer. He just fell, and everything went black. He woke up 3 days later, in an empty cabin, alone and thirsty. Not hungry, not craving, thirsty. He tried to shift into a wolf. He couldn't. Tried to connect with the pack. Silence. His reflection showed paler skin, dark eyes, sharp teeth. Jacob Black had become what he hated most. He tried to return home, but at the edge of La Push, Sam stopped him. "Don't take another step. Sam, you're not one of us. I'm Jacob. I'm your alpha." "You were." Leah's voice cut into his mind like a blade. "You smell like death, Jacob. You're not welcome." And the bond broke, like a part of his soul was torn away. Jacob fled. He wandered for days through forests and mountains, hunting deer with trembling hands, not knowing if he was alive or punishing himself. He remembered the stories his father told him as a boy, legends of cursed wolves, of creatures that devoured the night. Now he was one of them. Or worse, because he wasn't just a vampire, he still felt warmth. The sun didn't burn him completely. His blood flowed slower, but hadn't frozen. He was something new, an accident of evolution, an echo of ancient fire. Weeks passed before anyone found him. "I never thought I'd see you like this," said a voice behind him. "Edward," Jacob growled. "Here to mock me?" "No, I came because someone asked me to." "Renesmee." Jacob closed his eyes. "I can't see her like this. Not now." "Then when? When guilt consumes you, when you bite someone. I'm not a monster." Edward stepped closer. "No, you're something new, and you don't have to be alone." Carlisle took him in, ran tests, studies. "Your body changed the process. The wolf gene altered it. You thirst, yes, but not insatiably. Your control surpasses any newborn. So there's a cure? No, but maybe. There's purpose." Word spread. The Volturi heard whispers, a creature crossing lines, an anomaly, a vampire who still burned inside. Alice saw it in her visions. 3 guards visiting. An offer. Come to Volterra, be examined, categorized, or executed. Jacob didn't know what to do. "Will I join you, the Cullen family?" he asked one night, staring at the forest through the window. Rosalie looked away. Emmett gave him a smile. "If you want, but you don't have to fit in to belong." It was Esme who told him the truth. Sometimes what we are doesn't matter. What matters is what we do with what we are. And Renesmee. Renesmee found him in the cabin where he hid, tears in her eyes. "If I hate you for what you've become, I'm denying what I am too." Jacob looked at her with guilt. "I wanted to protect you, not turn this into another nightmare." She hugged him. "And you did. You've always been my guardian." Jacob closed his eyes, for the first time without fear. "Then I won't give up. Not to the Volturi, not to the dark. Because if there's still fire in my chest, I'll use it to protect what I love." But in the distance, Alice's vision darkened. A golden emblem, a red cloak, and a voice that said, "The experiment lives. Let him come to us, or we'll come to him." And Jacob knew the next battle wouldn't be for his soul. It would be for his right to exist. The letter arrived without a signature, without a seal, just one line. "Present the subject in Volterra. If not, a retrieval team will be dispatched." Carlisle read it aloud quietly. Edward frowned. Bella instinctively stepped closer to Renesmee, but Jacob remained silent. "So that's what I am now, a subject." No one answered. There was no need. "Are you going?" Renesmee asked that night. "No." "Then, will you fight?" "Neither." "Then what will you do?" Jacob looked up. "Something new. For the first time, something that's mine alone." For weeks, Jacob vanished off the map. Even Alice couldn't see him clearly. His future wavered, unstable. as if time itself hadn't decided whether he deserved to exist. But while the Cullens prepared for a possible attack, Jacob searched for answers. He traveled north, to lands untouched since the Great Tribal War. He consulted the Quileute elders, he studied the oral codices, and he found something. A buried myth. A wolf who, after biting a white spirit, became a guardian between worlds. Not man, not beast, not shadow, not light, only fire. Jacob returned with a plan. I won't hide, but I won't bow either. Carlyle nodded. Then it's time to show them who you are, not what they fear. Volturi, the snowy courtyard. The guard lined up Jane, Alec, Felix, Dimitri, and at the back, Aro. Jacob Black, a rarity, a phenomenon, an accident that shouldn't have happened. Jacob stepped forward. Or an evolution you can't control. Aro smiled, fingers laced. May I? No. The murmurs fell silent. Aro stood. Do you know what we could do with you? Turn you into a weapon, a relic, a prophecy, or dust. Jacob took a deep breath. The old rage trembled in his chest, but he didn't explode. Do you know what you could do, Aro? What? Learn. Because if I exist, others might too. And if I'm not your enemy, maybe I'm your opportunity. A tense silence, a battle not yet fought. Then Aro laughed, low, condescending, but not mocking. Then go, live, make us believe that fire and eternity can coexist. Forks. 1 week later, Jacob returned, boots covered in Italian dust, shirt torn, and a shy smile. Renesmee waited on the Cullen porch. You came back? I'd always come back to you. And what are you now? Jacob looked into her eyes, warm gold, wild depth. I'm the same as always, I just know it now. In the years that followed, Jacob carved his own path. He didn't leave the reservation, but he didn't hide from the world either. He taught young wolves that identity is not a cage. He helped the Cullens contain outbreaks of newborns without needless bloodshed. And slowly, even Sam and Leah spoke to him again. The bond didn't return as before. It came back stronger, forged in freedom. One morning, Renesmee found him writing by the lake. What are you doing? A journal. For someone like me, if it ever happens again. And what will you tell them? Jacob smiled. That burning doesn't always mean destruction. That some fire lights the way. It doesn't burn. And that, if they ever feel like they don't belong in any world, it's because they came to build a new one. And when the sun filtered through the trees and Renesmee hugged him from behind, Jacob felt something he'd never known in wolf's heart or vampire's skin. Peace. The same peace so many spent a lifetime searching for, and he had found in the most unlikely place, within himself.